Welcome back to Everton, a farewell season. We begin with David Moyes giving his pre-match press conference ahead of Everton's penultimate home game of the season against Ipswich.
David, a win would take you over the 40-point mark. How much of an achievement would that be, given the position the club was in when you took over?
The position when we came in, obviously 40 points would be a great achievement if we can do that, and hopefully we can do that with the games remaining somewhere. I would like Everton to be thinking a lot higher than more than 40 points in the future. But I take your point. Where we come in, it's a great position for us to be in. We've not got the stress of the remaining games and any of them having a great relevance to where we finish. But we want to keep doing well. Team have been playing well in lots of games, so we hope we can keep it up.
I know we've asked about building on what you've been able to do so far this season as well. In terms of that then, and looking ahead, probably going to have to keep asking you now as well, what about decisions taken on those players who are out of contract, those loan players as well? Where are you at as regards that?
Well, we're still looking, but we're also pretty strong in what we're going to do, and we have an idea of what we're going to do. We're still waiting on our new CEO will join shortly, and we're still in discussions doing several things, but I can tell all the Evertonians that we're underway behind the scenes, but we'll keep things correct and quiet, and hopefully do things the right way if we can do that.
But one player that has been highlighted is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that potentially he's decided that he would like to stay on Merseyside. Has he given any indication to you that that's what he's feeling at the moment?
Well, I think the way the team's playing and the goals we're scoring, the chances we're making, will give Dom a lot more hope that he wants to try and work his way back to the top again. And by doing that, he needs to score goals, have assists, and I think that the team might be able to give him something like that. So he's part of that group of players who are coming out of contract, who we'll discuss with and see how things go in the coming weeks.
2 games though to go at Goodison. Does there feel to be any extra pressure to get maximum points from those?
Well, there's pressure in football in every game you come in, but you've probably covered the club over the last couple of years. The pressure the players in the club have been under in the last few years, it's been incredible. Our pressure now is to play well at Goodison, for the supporters, for everybody who's been coming to the stadium for years and years, for the families who've been here. The pressure is not one of, are we going to survive or not? We have done, and the job's try to play well, a little bit of freedom, but obviously a determination to do well for everybody who turns up to watch us.
Kieran McKenna said in his press conference that he's a big admirer of yours, and he admires the fact that you've been able to stay at the very top level for a long time. What do you think the most important aspect of your work has been to be able to do that?
I have a huge love of the game. It's easy to say to work hard is important, but I think within my job I try and work hard when I can. I've always tried to keep improving and not sit back. If it's something which I don't think you get the job and you put your feet under the table and you think you've done a good job, I think I have to, as a manager, you need to keep going. And I do. I take a little bit of pride in longevity, because longevity in any type of job means that you've done quite well. I've been really fortunate to manage loads of games in the Premier League, never mind the Championship as well, but been the manager of quite a few teams in the Premier League, and that tends to be a sign that people think you're doing okay or you can do a decent job. So, but more importantly, I'm really thankful that I've been given the chance to come back to Everton, because I think maybe the time was right for, if anybody was going to come back. There's a lot of brilliant managers been here over the years, but maybe the time was right for me to come back and sort of hopefully steer the ship in the right direction. We've still got a long way to go, but we've started pretty well at the moment.
How do you assess Ipswich?
Great young manager who half the country wanted last year. I said that I think he was the only one, and I could stand corrected here, so if I'm wrong here, that I think that he's the only one who's taken a team from the First Division to the Championship to the Premier League, because I thought I was going to do it when I was manager of Preston. First Division, straight up Championship, but I lost in the playoff final to Big Sam's Bolton. Kieran's been able to take the team all the way, which is an unbelievable achievement. which when you have to jump those leagues, and we're talking about, we're all talking a lot about Wrexham at the moment, how well Wrexham's doing, and amazing what Phil Parkinson's done. But I think that Kieran has done that into the Premier League, which is so good. And let's just remember, Ipswich is a club if you're of a generation when you remember the Ipswich Town teams. They were fantastic, and they were challenging for Premier League titles. It wasn't Premier League then, but First Division titles at that time. So he's done it at a real football club, and he'll be disappointed with this season, but I think in the main he's done a brilliant job there.
Match day 35. Everton versus Ipswich. Everton's penultimate home game at Goodison Park has been dedicated to the Everton fans. To commemorate the occasion, Everton supporters group, the 1878, who often organise fantastic flag and banner displays at Goodison Park, will be doing so again for this special occasion, promising it will be their best display yet. Everton haven't won in their last 5 games at Goodison, with 4 draws and 1 loss. Their last win at home was against Leicester on the 1st of February. The fans today will be hoping to see a win against relegated side Ipswich, who Everton beat in the reverse fixture 2-0. As the stands fill up with supporters, the 1878 displays slowly start taking shape, with some of the banners being revealed.
Dwight, after leading 2-0, does that feel rather like a defeat?
Yeah, definitely. I think we was in control right from the start. 2-0 up at home. It was the place that we wanted to be, and then they scored just before half time, and we knew the start of the second half was going to be tricky, but I thought we controlled the game again really well, but didn't score. And then, like I say, in this league, we don't take chances, you get punished, and that's what happened today. So it's going to be a tough one to take because we wanted to finish the season strong, especially at home as well.
This might have been a very different interview if you'd won the game. Given your return after 5 months out through injury, it was great to be back, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely. Just because it's my first injury, it's been so frustrating. It was just nice to be back out there with the lads, but it's going to be a tough one for me as well because I want to win. I want to help the team win, and like I say, we was in the best position to do that. And again, we conceded two goals and we got punished.
David Moyes speaks ahead of Everton's next fixture, an away trip to Craven Cottage to face Fulham.
David, we've obviously touched on the away form in recent weeks. I just wonder what platform you feel you're giving yourself with the wins at Brighton, Palace, Forest, the draws at Brentford and Wolves as well to really build on now, because that away form has been problematic for Everton over a number of years.
Yeah, it's probably helped us greatly in securing the points total to make sure that we weren't in the bottom three. So our away form's been good. We've had some really good results, but always there's another game round the corner, and the ones that we've played and done well and have now gone. But the players have done well, so hopefully we can try and keep that up.
Obviously, Abdoulaye Doucouré was missing last week. Is he available this week?
He's available this week, yeah. He had a personal issue, so that was why he missed the game last week.
He's been making noises that he wants to stay beyond this summer. Obviously, there's a number of contract situations. Are you able to give any update at the moment as to what progress you're making?
No, but it's good that they all want to stay, because I think they're feeling that the club's growing and we're getting good results and want to be part of it. So, that's good. I'm pleased he does, and I have to say some of his games he's played very well in, but he's obviously no spring chicken, so we have to make sure that we've got other replacements when required.
At this stage, have any of the outer contract players been offered new deals? Are you able to tell us who you want to stay? Yeah. You made decisions.
Well, we're making lots of decisions behind the scenes, and obviously we're not going to tell the media and let them know. We'll always tell the players and their agents before we would certainly let the media know. So any of that would remain private, and I'm sure in time you media boys will get the information as well.
Are you able to give us a time frame as to when you'd like it sorted? Because obviously there's that opportunity to not just say goodbye to Goodison.
No, well, I wouldn't give you press minute before I would give the players that time frame. So I would always look after the players and make sure the players know things first.
What can you tell us, if anything, about interest in Richarlison, bringing him back?
Somebody asked me that story, and look, Richarlison's a really good player and someone who I've liked, but I can only tell you there's zero truth in that from my side. Unless somebody else is spinning the story, it's certainly not from me.
Targets, though, I'd imagine identified and ready to move as and when.
Yeah, it's easy said, isn't it? Actually getting it done and getting things in place isn't quite as easy. A lot of things takes time. There's very little people talking about. You're sort of asking me questions about contracts and players and stuff like that. Well, there's people might be working on it and doing it, but there's nothing happening because players are all in contract at the moment, and managers are focusing on finishing the season and trying to finish the season well. So I would expect recruitment departments are probably working on it, but I would think the managers are focusing on the job, what they've got to do.
You have got 3 games still to play, so we kind of touched on it as well. Other than wins, what else are you hoping for from these next 3 games?
That's three wins. I want us to finish strong. I want us to, as I said many times, it doesn't seem important, if you finish 17th, it keeps you out the bottom 3, but I think I'd rather try and finish 13th. I think that's about the best we could probably do. We have to try and aim for that. I think Everton have been poor for a good chunk of the start of the season, so they should be enjoying this bit just now. We want the players to keep the standards, keep the levels up, and they know what's required if they're going to keep winning games, and hopefully we can try and show that.
Fulham take the lead in the first half. Mykolenko levels the score just before half-time via a deflection. Jordan Pickford makes a fine save to keep the score level. The away support show their appreciation. Michael Keane gives Everton the lead with a towering header at the back post. Minutes later, Beto makes it 3 for Everton.
Beto, well done, some turnaround. How pleased with that result are you?
Yeah, we are really pleased, really pleased. And we did a great shift in the second half. Our first half wasn't our best, and we went through it. We played really good in the second half. We did a great shift, and we got the 3 points. That's more important.
And at 1-1, I believe you've been working a lot on set plays to get a goal from a corner from Michael Keane. Must be. Well, there's the smile. That says it.
Yeah. Finally, we got one goal in the set plays. We will be working of this a lot of times. The gaffer always saying we need to score a goal in set plays, and we did it today. Michael Keane was great, and we got a job done.
And you scored straight from the restart. How important was that? Just because that seemed to shell shock Fulham then and seal it.
Yeah, for me it was really important, and for the team too, because with the third goal we sealed the game. We knew we were gonna win. We just need to defend, to hold the ball, and just try to win at all costs, and we did it.
On a personal level, the manager was talking a couple of weeks ago about how much you're improving, more confident. He said if you can get double figures, that's a really good season, and that was 10 today.
Yeah, for me it's really good. You know, it's true. I'm getting better and better every day, and I want to keep getting better and better, playing better, holding the ball better, passing better, scoring more goals. And I feel that as long as I'm playing, I've kept myself improving, and I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. Double figures, I wanted that, but I want in the Premier League.
And just finally, that sets you up for a big week and a really emotional day in 8 days' time to be a part of history, the last ever game at Goodison.
Yeah, will be going to be the farewell, you know, for Goodison. The old lady. Everyone wants to play this game. Everyone wants to watch this game, and we need to give a great answer. And we need to prepare ourselves to the week. It's not going to be an easy game, but only the win. It's important. We just need to win that game to give our fans a good farewell.
Well done today, top man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beto.
Thank you.